Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Varteta Learning Platform, and in today's video we are going to discuss about the comparison operators. So I have just written the code beforehand so that I can just use it to showcase to you. Okay, so let me just copy and paste it. I have written this function comparison operator and I will call this function to showcase the things. Okay, so this is the comparison operator. That is something I need to discuss about. Let me just remove this and let's see one by one. So these operators like greater than equal to, smaller than equal to, greater than and smaller than, all these work on the numbers, and I don't think I need to explain them explicitly in detail. Okay, so I'm much more interested in these four operators. Okay, so these are simpler ones, but just as a revision, we can discuss this and we can understand like how they compare the two values. So let me just have one value. Let a number is equal to 10, and then we have let b, which is a string, and here I am performing like 10. Okay, now I'm just going to check if two numbers are equal or not. So console.log a double equals b. So if a will be equal to b, then it will return true. Now you can see that if you are writing the TypeScript code, this is complaining something. This says that this condition will always return false, right? Because string and numbers cannot be compared. But you know that this issue or this error is with TypeScript, and you know that even the TypeScript is wrong, then also the transpiler, which is the TSC command, which transpiles your TypeScript code, that converts it into the nearest possible correct JavaScript code, right? So even if it is incorrect for TypeScript, it is correct in terms of JavaScript. And you know that in JavaScript, double equals operator only check values as string, right? So when you use the double equals operator, then in that case it will convert both the values, no matter what kind of what is the type of a and b. It will convert the type of both the variables to strings internally for JavaScript, right? And then it will compare the strings, which will always come as true. So let me just open a new terminal and open the PowerShell here. And my code is in cdc slash TypeScript. And then let me just run tsc TypeScript.ts. It will transpile it. It will give one error because of the same thing that we were discussing. Like it will always tell you that number and a string cannot have an overlap, but this issue is with the TypeScript. But still, even if the issue is with the TypeScript, we have already discussed that the tsc file, that the .ts file, .ts file, which is the TypeScript file, that will be converted to the JavaScript file. So, which means even if the TypeScript is not correct, after transpilation, it will be converted to the nearest possible compatible JavaScript file, JavaScript code, which is the .js file. So even if it gives error, it has been compiled and the TypeScript, the JavaScript file could have been generated. So even if you see this, then you can see that at 23:59 this has been transpiled, and at 12 o'clock, which means within a span of 1 minute, or it may be that at the time of it was just the 59 second. This was a lag of only 1 second. So when JS generated, 1 second was elapsed. So within a second it was generated, which means that it has been generated right now, right? So you can see like 12:01 is the time. So this is the generation of file. And now let me just run it through the node command. So let me run it through node and it will come as true. But if I use the triple equals, then you can see that it is again showing you the problem, like number and string can never be compared. But in in JavaScript, you know that this triple equals operator checks values plus type. It checks both the things. Value should be same and the type should also be same. But here, type of both the variables are different. So that is why this triple equals will return false here. If you run this, it will give you the error. The same one error will come here. And then if you see, you can see that the JavaScript file has still been generated. So even if your code is wrong in TypeScript, it will generate the nearest possible compatible JavaScript code, which is a correct code with respect to JavaScript. So let me just run it through Node so you can see like it came as false because triple equals always checks the values and the type both. Okay, now let's go to these operators. Okay. Okay, so this not equal to b, this is the, when you use the not equal to b, then this is the not equal to is opposite of double equals, right? You can see that in case of double equals, if you use double equals, then in that case, what it was returning? It was returning true, right? So in case minus equal to will be used, then it will return, when it will be used, not equal to will be used, then this is the opposite of double equals. So double equals was returning true. So this not equals will return false. So here if you run it again, transpile it and then run it through the node command. Let me run it. It will return false because double equals was returning true. So what double equals was returning true, not equal will return false for that. And now if I use not double equals, then what happens? Then not double equals is opposite of triple equals. Okay, and you know that when we use triple equals here, what it return? It return false. So in case of not double equals, what it will return? It will return true. So mind it and keep this in mind, and please take a note of this. These kind of questions are mostly asked in your programming test for Angular script or the TypeScript, wherever you appear for your test. So these things will come up, right? So not double equals is the opposite of triple equals. So whatever triple equals compared to true, not double equals will return false for that, and whatever triple equals compared to false, not double equals will return true for that. Okay, so here if you run it again, if you transpile it first and then we need to run it. So if you run it again, then you can see it is returning true because triple equals was returning false for this a triple equals b, right? So now it will return true. Now if I make it 10 and if I make this number, then what will happen? In that case, it will return false because a triple equals in this case will return true. So a not double equals will return false here. Let me first transpile and let me just run. So it has returned false. And what about not equals? Not equals will also return false. Let me transpile it. False, right? Because a and b both are numbers and this statement is false. So this is opposite of double equals. So double equals was returning true. So that is why not equal will return false. So wherever double equals return true, not equal return false, and wherever double equal return false, not equal will return true. So this is how it works, and this is all about the comparison operators, and I hope you have got the point here, and this is very important. In the next video we will discuss some new operators, some new things. Till then, have a nice day and bye bye.